Hey there, I hope everybody's well. We're going to ask our angels, saints, ancestors, and guides into our space to provide love and divine messages for our highest and greatest good. We're surrounded in divine white light and love, and so it is. All right. Say yes to receive and allow. You can also like, share, comment, and subscribe to support our channel. I appreciate you all. Thank you for watching. All right, so let's get some messages for our channel today. Let's see. Okay. Upright. Two of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. Nine of Cups. Chariot. Huh. I'm getting there's a transition playing out here. I feel like there's something that there's someone you're going to connect with, okay? And I'm getting that this is as a result of maybe you creating something on your own and you really tapping into your abilities here, you know, really going within, and you're glowing. You have this beautiful energy about you. Queen of Cups, like, I feel like whatever you've gotten in touch with, right, your emotions, what fuels you, what fulfills you, what you desire, I feel like is desiring you. And it could be through something you create or you're meant to co-create. Maybe there's this partnership here that's destined for you to experience. This Queen of Cups, certainly energy that talks about, you know, being in touch with one's emotions, almost like emotional mastery. Someone who's loving, caring, kind, sweet, right? Appears very genuine, possibly with this Nine of Cups. Someone who's like beautiful on the inside and the outside, not just like false pretenses. It's like truly who they are as a person is what you observe. And it's as a result of, you know, doing a lot of work, you know, a lot of life experiences with the Queen of Pentacles. Someone who's very grounded, stable, secure, independent, knows their value and worth. And I feel like all the effort has been playing out here. It's like all your hard work is paying off. A lot of growth and development here. Okay. Chariot here. And then the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, this is at the bottom of the deck. The Chariot, I'm getting like there's something that you've truly had to overcome and persevere through. Maybe it looks a lot easier on the outside than how it truly was for you and the experiences that you had. I feel like there was a need to balance quite a bit. Maybe you're a single parent, and as a result, you're having to balance your feminine and masculine energy. Okay, so there could be someone coming in that's bringing in maybe a bit of the masculine energy so that you can be in your feminine energy is what I'm getting. I feel like this is something that you've probably, you know, you're used to doing it on your own. So this might be a bit of adjustment for you. This is a wish come true though, with the Nine of Cups. I'm getting like there's a cup that you would very much like to share with somebody else, but they've got to meet you where you're at. You're not going to shift too much to accommodate something less than where you're at this time. I feel like you value the work that you've put in and you want to maintain that. So I feel like you're very aware of what's for you and what isn't for you. Sorry, I'm trying to find my phone charger. Interesting. What's this? Two of Wands. Interesting. You might have been daydreaming about this for a while. Like wanting like a difference, a new experience, maybe going in a totally different direction. like a bit of daydreaming here. Maybe you connect with them in some other way, or maybe you've been dreaming about an ideal partner, right? Interesting. It's like releasing the old life for the new life. Okay, this is the top of the deck. Okay, so, and I feel like that's happening. This is in motion. This is playing out. Okay, so you could be in some sort of solitude, but I feel like what's coming towards you is something that is going to light you up, baby. Exciting. Very exciting. All right, let's see. Exciting times ahead. I feel like you could be very empathic, very psychic. You might be connecting with a lot of spirit energy, a lot of past over loved ones. I'm getting a lot of mediumship over here. Someone who might like tap into some shamanic abilities, or even like very ancestral connection and traditions here. And I'm getting like the Nine of Cups for me are, these are like being in touch with other beings, okay? I'm getting you connect to other beings, and you very much may share this with others. It might be part of your gifts here. Queen of Cups is very psychic, very empathic, very intuitive, very gifted, okay? Very humanitarian-like, okay? Very loving, okay? Does and operates from a place of love, creates from a place of love, okay? Grounds love here in the physical realm. Yeah, this is some powerful like healer energy, what I'm getting here. All right, something that's like within purpose. Yeah, something that requires balance and harmony within oneself. Okay, yeah, there's like this determination, you know, managing all the things that need to be managed to accomplish goals. Okay, very driven. All right, so people see this about you. People know this about you. You could be in some sort of limelight here with all these cups. Like, goodness gracious. Okay. Okay, all right. What you got for me? Nine of Wands, Five of Cups, Four of Wands, Knight of Wands, the Magician. All right. You could identify with like sheltering in place. You could be like, oh, it's too people-y out there for me. Oh. Yeah, I feel like you have experienced it. And maybe as a result of you experiencing it to some really difficulty, like this is a bit of pain and suffering and loss and despair and just feeling alone in your path, you know, not being able to really connect with people anymore like maybe how you used to. I feel like it's been a hard time finding like loyal friends. So you may have had to leave people behind because of their disloyalty to you. I feel like there's a bit of like abilities here that you have that may have maybe created a bit of separation from others. Maybe, like I said, like I was picking up mediumship here. I was picking up a lot of energy here. I was picking up a lot of like, you tune into a lot of, you know, energy here, and so you may need to be like solid on your own to recuperate, regenerate, replenish. I'm getting like replenish energy. You might need a lot of time isolating. You understand that like you pick up on other people's energy, and as a result, you may need to kind of like process and transmute this. I'm also getting with the Four of Wands, there's something that you're meant to enjoy life too. So it's kind of like, going through what you need to go through, but processing it and releasing it so that like you can, enjoy life's pleasures, like even just the simple pleasures. I'm getting with the Knight of Wands, this could be you taking inspired action towards something that's worth celebrating. I feel like it could be something that you created, you've manifested, you've called into your reality. This is how like creative you are, how beautiful it is that you're able to, co-create with the universe. I feel like this is you, as above, so below here. Whoops. You could be meeting up with like-minded souls soon. This could be leading you on some kind of adventure. You might have made some sort of wish. I want you to know that you're the genie in the bottle. You're the magician, right? My cat says hi. Hello. All right. I feel like you have removed yourself from many people's lives, and they feel like there's this betrayal, okay? Like they don't have access to you like they used to. All right. But I feel like it was for the sake of self-preservation, okay? Because it was no longer serving you. Right? They were fine with you only, it's almost like they weren't fine with you doing better than them, and so they kept you small. They dimmed your light. They didn't like you standing out. They had something to say, right? So there's this like outcast here. There's this black sheep here. There's this like rejection energy here. And then there's this like celebration. So for some of you, like these people celebrated your despair, all right? And also celebrated you not being part of the group, all right? But I feel like this loss actually inspired you to take action, and as a result, justice is playing out for you. So there's like whatever was imbalanced is being brought to balance. And I'm getting like whatever relationships didn't work in the past, there's something that is will, something that will. There's something that's coming in as a result of your free will. All right, you healing this energy is calling in something better. Okay, so there was no true loss. Whatever you felt was once a loss has been a win. Look. Being open to receive divine favor, being open to blessings. You might hear some news very soon, information. Three of Wands. Okay, I feel like Six of Swords. What else? What's this justice about? The Magician. This cause and effect is playing out here as it relates to maybe those who observe you from afar, who had some sort of hand in some sort of despair that you were unjustly experiencing at some point, that may have caused you to withdraw. Maybe it's as a result of your beliefs and what you stood your ground for. Like this is you being excommunicated from a group because of your belief systems and what you stand for. So you were like persecuted by those who you used to hold close to you, who you used to refer to as like your people. All right. And so you had to take inspired action and go in your own direction because you could trust yourself. Okay. And spirit. And there's this like, you might have been picking up on all this energy, and as a result chose to, separate yourself because you were picking up on what they were putting down. I feel like there was this exchange, there was this stalking, there was this observing, you know, understanding that there was some sort of deceit, betrayal, and temptation taken. All right, someone may have exchanged, you know, something more than money in this kind of heartbreak and betrayal situation. I feel like what goes around comes around here, and people are watching, people are observing, people are looking into this. What are they looking into? Why you left in the first place? Because somebody was holding back truth. Okay, like you laid down the past and are ready for the new life. All right, I love that. Okay, 9 of Pentacles. You have healed your codependency. Okay, you've focused on what steps you've taken to get to this point. Okay, you could be seen as very strong, independent, understanding your value and worth, and because you're in that position, you're attracting someone who else feels that same way. Okay, so you're attracting the energy you put out. I feel like this could be a soulmate. This could be somebody that is going to cherish you. There's a lot of kindness and caring here. They may feel like somebody you used to know, like you've known them before. I do have a Knight of Cups. Hello, the Chariot. Hi, baby, what are you doing? 6 of Pentacles. I gotta let in my cat. Hold on, yo. Hold on, look at. Hold on, yo. Doc has entered the building. Okay, so what I'm getting is like there could be offers coming towards you. So you might get a lot of attention. I feel like you're devoted and committed to your path. There is something that you are going to receive. So the energy you put out, you're receiving back. All right, this could be as it relates to something that you do, right? With this Queen of Cups. So you could get paid for appearances, for things that you take action on that are aligned with your purpose, your mission. I'm getting like you're very devoted and committed to your abilities and what God is asking of you to do. Queen of Swords, okay? And then I have the Devil. So someone is definitely telling on somebody. All right. Hi, guys. What are you doing? You guys see my cats? Well, one's like very busy right now. Okay, here's one. Here's the other. Oh, they're fighting. Be good, kitties. Goodness gracious. All right. That'd be the boys. All right, what else do we have to share? 9 of Wands. Yeah, this is like wounded warrior, left out in the cold by maybe the group that they worked with to leave you out in the cold. Could be. Maybe someone stuck in their player ways and played themselves right out of your life. This Knight of Cups, like maybe that's just it. Maybe that's karma playing out for them with the 2 of Pentacles. Someone finds themselves like ostracized, just like you were ostracized. Maybe even juggled in situations. Maybe there was something that was meant to be a partnership, but there's others involved here that may have interfered. Okay, I'm getting like party group too. Doesn't have to be. Let's see. Sun. So this could be like some sort of insight. Okay. Ouch, my brother. There's like this new sense of confidence. You're the Empress, okay? Judgment. And then there's that 2 of Pentacles. Emperor energy. All right, so what I'm getting is that, like, literally somebody juggled, okay, an Empress, someone who they were meant to create with, okay, with other people. They prioritized others when they didn't prioritize the one that was their blessing, the answer to their prayer, okay. They're receiving judgment at this time, and so is this group here. They're all going to go through a process of, like, divine judgment here. And then I have an Emperor, and then I have a Death card. All right, so you might hear news of someone, you know, something ending, some massive ending playing out here. All right, I feel like there is protection, and this is as a result of some heartache, betrayal, and deception. All right, there will be news about this. Okay, everybody's gonna know the truth. All right, whether they want to hear it or not, they're gonna find out the truth. Okay, it could be something relating to someone doing something regarding magic here that they shouldn't have been doing. Maybe death magic. Okay, with the Page of Wands and the Death card. Yeah, this is someone that was, like, supposed to be a counterpart to you, potentially, an Emperor and an Empress. All right, maybe someone is, oh, I don't know. There's a shift here. There's a paradigm shift here. All right. So this is like trusting the universe. Okay, surrendering this and trusting the universe, allowing things to play out naturally. All right, having the, like, knowing what you need to know when you need to know it, so that you know what action or non-action to take. All right, because you were in tune with the universe. Okay, judgment. All right, awakening here. These energies very much could be forced through a spiritual awakening or go through some sort of legal process here. They could be judged by their peers, I'm getting. Two of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. Someone plays for both teams. All right, I feel like with the Hierophant here, there's something that someone's learning on a much bigger scale than just what happens in their day-to-day life. So I'm getting, like, if they didn't have any belief systems or didn't believe in any kind of higher power, they will after this. They will after this. Okay, yeah, and it's going to be through pain and suffering that they learn it. Okay, I have the Six of Cups. Yeah, so it's justice is playing out for the past persons in your life that did you wrong. All right, they did whatever they could to keep you from moving on and healing and growing and having a new experience. They plotted, they planned, they even did magic. All right, they manifested pain and suffering, and boom, I feel like that's what they get. That's the judgment. All right, what are these Three of Wands? What are these plans? What's this Six of Cups? What do they want? Death. Yeah, an ending. Accepting the inevitable, that their plans have been spoiled and will not work. Anything they send your way, legit, will be returned to sender. Okay, this is a return to sender. So I'd be very careful sending anything to the collective. It will return right back to them. No questions asked. That's divine interference. Intervention, sorry. Divine intervention. Hermit. Yes. Going within for the guidance, regardless of, like, what others have to say or wish upon you. This is like projected energy. I'm getting like you're protecting your peace. Okay. Yeah. King of Swords. All right. I feel like you were guided by the Most High. Okay. Yeah. Look at this. Queen of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Magician. Okay. I'm getting you're meant to share your wisdom, your guidance, your spiritual authority, your ability to take action and lead. You're a leader, not a follower. And you're meant to co-create with God here, and that's your purpose. You're in your purpose, all right? And you receive the guidance that you need in order to move towards peace, okay? Yeah, and you're divinely protected at that, all right? And what you do is protected. What you create is protected. What you're here to create is protected, all right? Have faith. This is you being grounded in faith. This is you having that insight, that epiphany, that clarity that you seek. Going within for that guidance. Not looking outside of yourself for that guidance, but going within. Okay, this is where it's found. Having that open connection and communication with God. Okay, you don't need anyone in between. It's a direct connection. All right, this is what you learned. This is what you accomplished, was having a direct connection to God. All right, you have the divine favor here with the Nine of Pentacles, okay? With the World card here, you have a successful completion of something that is major, all right? This would be like a high achievement. This would be higher calling, achievement, as well as like spiritual leadership, and how the influence of this situation very well could affect not only all the areas of your life, but all the areas of those involved in their lives. Okay, so this is like big picture. Big picture. Ace of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. Continue creating, continue to expand and grow. I feel like it's beautiful what is growing, what you have grown, what you've built. It's like if you build it, they will come. And confirmation of that. Here's like a beautiful wand to work with. Okay, so continue to create magic. It's all working out for you. It's all working out in your favor. Okay, living with purpose brings prosperity. Let's get a few affirmations here that we can ground. All right, job well done. There could be many opportunities coming your way, and that is their worst fear. This is you being in your loving, caring, kind, healing energy, and you're making big changes in the world, okay? I feel like what they've created for themselves is an ending, okay? And it's happening fast. They're afraid, okay? You're seeing this from a higher perspective. Continue to co-create with the universe. Raise your vibration. Raise your vibration. Okay, believing is seeing. My sexuality is sacred. Yes. You're not spreading your sacredness everywhere because that depletes your life force energy, right? You protect, okay, your sexuality. All right, your sacred being. Okay. You are worthy. Living with purpose brings prosperity. Okay, what's this? My breath connects me to life. And then I have my healing myself helps my lineage. Feeling fear is a call for love. And you are safe here. You are safe here. I love that. Okay, I am fulfilled by love. Oh, blessed be. All right, y'all, we're going to leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you on the next one.